And we can continue. And when we get to the place that we're going, there's a mandatory fight immediately where you have to kill off 2 characters just to get through it without leveling, which is the worst part about this kind of challenge run. It's not fun, you know, killing yourself so that you don't get this experience that's unavoidable. It sucks. But here's Quistis calling us over, and it's going to get business-like up in here. I'll be announcing the squad assignments for the exam now. Let's see. You'll be with Zell Dinch. Quite a lively fellow, too. So Squall's not happy to get assigned to Zell, and he can't swap members. So this is Zell. It's going to give us an awesome CG cutscene introducing him. Otherwise known as the Mike Tyson tattoo before Tyson had it done. This is Zell. He is the resident martial artist, and like everyone else, he has perfect skin. It's like a goddamn Dove advert up in here. So there's Zell. I'm with you, bro. I'm totally like, here's my hand. You want to shake my hand, no? Okay, bro. Because Zell is obviously a stoned surfer. And this is introducing us to his limit break, which, when you do Zell's limit break, you can turn it to automatic, which you should never do because you'll never learn it and the computer will screw you. You want to turn it to manual, so turn it off, and get good at the inputs so that you can cheese that limit break as best you can, because it's super powerful. You don't get along with Seifer, bro, do you? No, that's why I'm stood here with my arms folded, asshole. Heard he whooped you pretty bad this morning. See, we weren't even fighting, we were training. I bet she doesn't think so. Look, Seifer's just being a pain in the ass. All you have to do is ignore him. And all of a sudden I'm from the south. And Quistis is predicting what we're going to say because she thinks it's funny. And there's the kicker. Seifer that we're all talking about is the squad leader. Say what? And it cannot be changed. So here she goes calling Seifer, and here is the man of the hour. And here is the mission music coming up. So Seifer's accompanied by Fujin and Rajin. They're tagging along as usual. So Seifer's the squad leader. She's wishing us luck. Instructor, I hate it when people wish me luck. I mean, look at me. It's practically 6.5 inches, and that's just the tip. This is a pretty good joke. He says save the words for bad students. So she wishes him luck again, insinuating he's a bad student, which is pretty suave, I thought, for Quistis. And he says add Instructor Treppis to his list. I hope it's the list of people that must be killed. So we're assigned to Squad B. Teamwork is of the utmost importance to get through the exam. So no, teamwork means staying out of my way. Squad B rule, don't forget it. So Seifer's been an arsehole already. And here comes Headmaster Sid. And any self-respecting Final Fantasy man knows that there's a Sid in pretty much every Final Fantasy game. And this is this game's Sid. This is the mission music. It's been a while, everyone. How you doing? I'm no doubt sure you've seen that my nose is hanging a little bit too far down my face, but it's cool, guys. I've still got the moves. I'm like Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire. So we're proceeding into an actual battle zone. It's life and death, victory and defeat, honor and disgrace. Each of these goes hand in hand. There's only one way or the other. Oh, my glasses. Do you see? How about it? Still up for it? He's got a dynamite waistcoat. Totally matches his eyes. So you'll be accompanied by 9 other seed members. Should you fail, these members shall get the job done. They always do. Well, that's one less worry on your mind. And I keep doing the same gesture. Look at me. I'm like Steve Irwin with these gestures. So we're the pride of Balam Garden. Learn from them, obey their commands, and accomplish the mission. Prove yourself worthy of becoming a member of Seed. or C and then capital D, which always confused me as a kid. Is it C, D, but then we just sound like discs. And that has nothing to do with a garden, whereas seeds actually make sense. So it's the question, is it a typo? Is it to make it look more visually interesting? Or are the Japanese just crazy? I wonder if Seifer's a religious man, or if that vest is just a coincidence. Can we play cards with you, Sid? No? I'm pretty sure he's got a good card. I just can't remember which one it is. It might be Squall, actually. Or no, does Laguna have Squall's card? I think Laguna has it. But this is the parking area that you didn't see in the garden. This is the car, the spiffy looking car we're going to be getting into. And yes, it is both lime green and starfruit, or like yellow. It's pretty ballsy colours, but this is the future, you know. Everybody's confident in their manliness, so they can drive around in these little fruit-coloured cars. Yo, Squall, man. Show me a gunblade, will you? Squall replies with ellipses a lot. Because he's a quiet man. He's a reserved guy. And Zell is the excitable, you know, always talking kind of dude. It's called a Scrooge then. Interesting reference. And I think he's talking because he's nervous, because he's talking a lot. Seifer looks chilled. Cloud looks like he's got hemorrhoids. Quistis is just, you know, all chilling out formally. Like a dignified little lady. Practicing his 1-2s. Why is he wearing tap shoes? It's the one thing I've never got with Zell. He's a bundle of energy, but he couldn't sneak upon anything. This is introducing you to the concept of Seifer and Zell not really getting on. A little bit of Marty McFly in him there. Knock it off, guys. Stop slinging your dicks around here. All I can smell is foreskin. It's too much. Instructor. What is it, sugar tits? Who was the girl in the infirmary this morning? So we saw her early on. And apparently, Quistis didn't see her. So Squall's obviously thinking about it, but he's not too sure who it was. This is great. I have a chicken wuss and a guy who just reached puberty in my squad. This is a regular fucking circus. He's having a nice little chuckle. That is otherwise known as the Sephiroth chuckle, where all they do is make the sprites move half an inch, and it just looks like they're either having a seizure or having a good old chuckle. And we get to drive a car now, with the most intuitive and ridiculous controls ever. Square to accelerate. Oh yeah. Look at me, Mom. Keeping to the lines. And you have to drive into the base. You can't get out of the car and go into the town, because you can't get past. It's really weird, actually. Just drive by them. See you later, guys. This is not a big enough town to be driving around like this. They really didn't think about these roads. Like, where's the curb there? Where do people walk? How many accidents do they have in Timber? But it drives all the way down to the docks, so we can board the Normandy landing crafts. So that's the vessel. Ain't no turning back now. Come on, guys, you're last. Everybody's got on already. Why would Squall disappoint you, Seifer? I mean, come on, bro. He was beating you in that fight. If you'd not used magic and knocked him off guard, you wouldn't have even landed that hit. So they're telling me to hurry, so I'm going to see if I can go back and talk to Zell's mum. Because me and Zell's mum were super close. The guy who owns that pub has a pretty decent card. It's a GF known as Pandemona, and you're going to get it later on in Disc 2. Although I don't know how disc swapping works on a downloaded game. You bitch. Just cock-blocking me every single time I try and play cards with you. All I want to do is steal your child's card, that's it. A fully grown man stealing a keepsake. A dear, beloved keepsake from the mother of the child who it is, and just nothing. I suppose the more you think about that, I am kind of like Kaiba beating Yu-Gi-Oh's grandfather just so I can tear up his card. Which is a douche move. Very interesting. I assume it was going to say guard and security, but it changed screens before I had a chance. To the vessel! Now! Yo, dog, she's got like the most manly voice, yet she's so hot. I don't get it. And on we go. Back to the mission briefing music. And we're crossing the Gulf. Oh. Is it going to go into a cutscene? Oh no, back inside. That's Zoo. She's already a Seed member, you can tell by the way she's dressed. We're Squad B. Yo, dog. Nice to meet you. Seifer, not a lot of respect for authority. Apparently Seifer's done a few exams in the past and not passed, which is pretty funny. And Zoo's going to explain the mission to us. So let's check it out. Be seated. Our client for this mission is Dollet, Dukedom Parliament. That is a very strange, like, alliteration. A request for seed was made 18 hours ago. Before you say yes, I do sound like a business casual man. Dollet has been under attack by the G Army since about 72 hours ago. 49 hours into the battle, Dollet abandoned their position in the inner city. Currently, they've retreated into the nearby mountains and are reorganizing their troops. That's the current status. Now onto the mission objective. According to our reports, the G Army is mopping up the Dollet troops in the mountain region. They're simulated here by the giant titty-looking circles. The large tit on the left is where we're going, the other one is where we're not. We're to make a landing at Lapin Beach. We're to eliminate the remaining G Army within the city and liberate it ASAP. Or ASAP. Afterwards, Seed members will intercept any G Army forces trying to make their way into the city from the mountain region. That's symbolized here by the blue squiggle. As you can see, I drew that myself, and I'm quite the penmanship. So what are we supposed to do? That's like Arnie, that in Predator. So what do you want to do? Seed candidates are to eliminate the G Army inside the city. Sounds boring, dog. Like, whoa. Seifer thinks he's boring. Squall has no opinion. So what you're saying is we do all the dirty work, and I don't even get a blowjob? It hardly needs to be said, but the order to withdraw takes priority, do not forget. And all of this is really important because we are professionals. The Garden are a military mercenary force. This is an exam, so we can be qualified to be part of the most elite of this mercenary force. And the thing with this is these rules and these guidelines that are being set up here are completely indicative of whether we fail or not. And obviously the story is going to play a hell of a big role in that. And the funny thing is, you graded on everything you do at this point in the game. And then you're getting a seed rank afterwards, which will be your wage for when you get paid. Because you don't get money in a traditional sense on this game. You actually get paid in like a certain amount of time. It's a duration that goes by and you get paid, just like in real life. And the higher you rank, the higher you get paid. And you can do tests to increase your rank. This is a fantastic shot, this, because it's a reflection. Look at that. It's a pretty cool direction. I was hoping the boats were going to speed through it, but then it wouldn't make any sense. He heals pretty quick, doesn't he, Squall? Like, what use does that have? All that technology, GFs, gunblades, like spiffy coats, and the lane projector sheets over paper for instructions, man. That is the dumbest thing I've ever seen, but I love it. And another fantastic piece of music. And like, look at this! Why doesn't the boat go around? Watch this. All it had to do was turn 2 yards and it could have gone round, but instead it does this ridiculous destroy the bottom half of your boat to get over a giant wall. Whoever piloted that cannot do boats for shit. Right, to the central square we go. Be sure to equip your GFs before you head into battle. Very important. Well, not so important, because at this moment in time, all we need is Seifer, and Seifer will not have a GF. This is the same music that plays when you're fighting the sorcerer. So, let's talk to these folks. Squad A's in charge here. Leave it to us. So, like, where are all the enemies like, you know? I came to this beach for some action, and all I got was this amber neckerchief. Hey, no small talk, remember? I don't want points deducted, so don't talk to me. Oops, I forgot about that. Yeah, you will get points deducted if you talk to certain people and to people who aren't members of Seed. There's all sorts of strange rules. Oh, this music is so reminiscent of Final Fantasy IX. But then all the Final Fantasy soundtracks are very spiritually inspired. And this is going to suck so hard. So what I want to do... Can I junction Seifer? I can junction Seifer. I'm going to get Seifer here for it. For no other reason than I hate him. Yeah, that's fine. And this first fight's mandatory. And what's going to happen is, if we fight it, we get experience. So we don't want that. But Seifer's a higher level than we are. So if he wins and gets the experience, he doesn't level up. Which leaves us in this predicament of having to kill ourselves, which I'm not a fan of at all. But it's the safest way to get this achieved. Jesus Christ, Seifer, you could have at least killed him. This is obviously a good opportunity to draw some magic too. But once again, I'm not going to be doing that. Fuck me. I wonder if I can do Renzo Kuken on Zell. That'd be great. Oh, I'm so weak. And there is a boss coming up, which we're going to have to fight with everybody dead, which is really annoying. But as long as Seifer's got item, you should be fine. And what will happen is, Seifer can use his limit break really early. Like, you can sometimes get it at ridiculous life. And his limit break is very damaging, so what we're going to do is we're going to spam it. Alright then. Is he dead? He is. Can we get it now? We can't look at that! It don't make any sense! He's got like 500 life. And he gets his Blood Mercy. I like Seifer. He's an asshole. And he's smug. But, you know, there's a part of him that is good. And it always makes me wonder maybe if the story was a little different, it might have gone a different way. Alright, let's do this. Has he got any magic? No, he does not. 21 strength though.